It's been exactly 5 years to the day since Eidos Montreal successfully revived the Deus Ex franchise with Deus Ex Human Revolution and the release of its sequel, Deus Ex Mankind Divided. Unlike in the real world, only 2 years have passed between the catastrophic conclusion of Human Revolution and the beginning of Mankind Divided. Over the course of 2 years, the innovative technology of the augments has now become the very thing the world hates. Walking through the streets of Prague, you'll find signs of animosity toward the people with augments. Being an augmented person yourself, you'll find yourself stopped by authorities asking for papers or inquiring on what you're doing and even calling you the racial slangs for being an aug.
Not from here, are you?
What gives it away?
You just walked up to a police officer. And I have this funny feeling you expect something good to come out of it.
Most of this story takes place within the city limits of Prague. It's not a big city, but it's filled to the brim with places to go, characters to meet, and secrets to uncover. You can dismantle a document forgery ring that blackmails augs, track down a serial killer, or even join an underground newspaper trying to expose the lies spread by the world media. There's a lot to do in Prague in between main missions, but a little less to see. Sadly, most of the city looks pretty identical with the same architecture and very few landmarks to help you navigate all the sameness. The only exception being the red light district, which is perhaps the only visually interesting part of the city and not for the reasons you might think. While the city itself might be a little dull, the same cannot be said about the people who inhabit it. During your main and side missions, you will encounter all sorts of individuals that highlight the different ways augs deal with the persecution. While some use political and financial influence to try and restore peace, others believe only violence will keep augs everywhere safe.
Should I be worried about you, Jensen?
Sorry.
That blow you took to your systems. It's not messing with your head or anything, making you do things.
I'm not gonna go crazy and start attacking people, if that's what you're worried about.
Other groups have given up on the world entirely and created underground societies and even new religions that worship the machine god. The world of Mankind Divided is a deep and rich one, and those who wish to do so can delve in and discover a lot about the events and characters that shape it through dialogue, missions, and tons of emails. Those who played Human Revolution know what to expect in terms of gameplay, a mixture of stealth, action, and RPG elements that lets the player enjoy the game the way they want to. In Mankind Divided, this freedom is even greater, and you can use Adam's many augmentations to explore, sneak, hack, and shoot your way in and out of pretty much any situation. Players can custom build their own version of Adam Jensen to fit their playstyle, be it an armored Jensen with sharp reflexes and a mastery of weapons and explosives, or a stealthy super spy that can hack past every security measure and talk his enemies into submission. Both combat and stealth are extremely fun and rewarding to pull off, and by the time you're halfway through the game, you'll feel like an unstoppable machine, especially if you did a certain side mission that lets Jensen unlock his full potential.
Be careful, Metal Man. You don't really belong here.
That's what they tell me.
The Adam Jensen of Mankind Divided is a new and improved version of himself. He still has all of his old augmentations that already turn him into a living weapon. However, he also has new ones that were installed in his body without his knowledge. The remote hacking ability to be a godsend in many situations, and the Tesla is also very useful for incapacitating a group of enemies. More combat-oriented players will surely enjoy the new Titan augment that covers Jensen in an impenetrable shield from head to toe, and the focus enhancement that basically lets you slow down time. These new augs add even more variety to the gameplay and allow players to really refine the playstyle.
Still breathing?
One of the original game's issues was the choose-your-own ending system, where you could choose out of 4 possible endings regardless of your actions throughout the game. In Mankind Divided, your actions and choices do affect the outcome of the story and the fate of some characters. However, there's still a little problem with the game's ending. It arrives way too soon. Not to say the game is short, but after 30 hours of gameplay, the ending just appears out of nowhere and doesn't wrap anything up, ultimately leading to an elaborate to-be-continued ending.
You're putting me on the train station attack? Not Dubai?
Forget Dubai. McCready's handling it.
Deus Ex Mankind Divided is a great sequel to a great game. The new augments are exactly what the gameplay needed to reach the next level, and players can now stick to their favorite playstyle throughout the entire experience, without having to pull out a gun when a boss fight starts, or learn how to hack just to bypass an unyielding office door. The story and settings are well crafted, and provide a solid foundation for the gameplay to thrive on. But the whole mechanical apartheid angle that was almost the sole focus of the game's marketing doesn't really come into play, which ends up being for the best. Outdated graphics aside, Mankind Divided manages to improve upon the original in almost every way, creating a better Deus Ex experience for the new generation.